Okay, we got 20 minutes, 27 seconds on this one. So, this is very interesting because, of course, it is interesting. But, yeah, recently I was kind of double dabbling between two things. Then, like, yeah, like instead of, so my only dream, let's say, has always been to literally breach the gap of understanding that has always bothered me. Like I um, I had this I have this friend who is like pushing 30 and something, and so he has had drunk suicidal father, and because of that he became the replica of that himself. But now, funny enough, he is just very healthy man, and he is in fact kind of a therapist or what you call alcohol recovery kind of a therapist thingy. And what always bothered me about the fact is that I saw him go through the, let's say, the dark side of trying to commit suicide as well as drinking himself to death. But the funny thing is that nowadays he doesn't look one drop like the person he was before. He has totally like transformed into a new clean person. And the funny thing is, I noticed that most of his clients don't even believe he was an alcoholic or something. They see like loose pictures of him and stuff like that, but still there's this disconnect between who he was then and who he is now. You can't see the alcoholic in him now. And I'm gonna stop saying that's funny, but that is funny for me, to me that the guy literally was on the verge of death, and now he has not only come back from it. That path looks as if it was never taken for him, and this reminds me of the quote that says, "Everyone has billions of invisible battles that you don't know of," and to some extent is the same thing. So, in my kind of brilliant vision, I wanted to breach this gap in my own kind of story that I would literally, this channel was created when I think it was, yeah, it was the first month of me being in the Netherlands for my studies, for my second master's. It was about more than a year ago, a year and 2 or 3 months ago. And I remember that the first month of me being here, I lost a third of my money, and due to a scam that I was rushing to get a job to be self-sufficient and stuff like that. And not only um, the money was huge for me at that time, and it is still. It was like 5,000 euros, but I had never before. Um, so before that, funny enough, that's not even my regret now. I still have the one regret in life, but before that, assumedly that was to be my regret. Um, my only regret in life was why I didn't pick up like an instrument and pursued like a path of music when I was like 8 years old or something. And not instead, but I just focused on writing while I could have pursued playing a piano, guitar, or picking another kind of instrument as well as writing. But so that moment was like my first huge regret in life. It's quite a wonderful life if you look at it. Although my depression and my like anxiety was like um, still there, but I still was like at net, not net loss or net profit in life. I was like at a draw, like a 0-0. Let's say, let's call it a soccer game. But that moment was when the scales tipped into towards my disadvantage. That I not only that was gonna be my first big regret in life, but also that was the first kind of big quote unquote hurdle I would face in life as well. And the this is literally my tick, so stick with it. Like, funny enough, yeah, I'm gonna repeat this for eternity. But funny enough, it was um, I would have thought like about killing myself like before that on occasions. Like I think if my memory is not fucked up, like even 5 or 10 years before that, I always wanted to die for some weird reason, but and to some extent I still do, which is kind of odd. But the interesting thing about the whole thing is that this was actually my first attempt. That I would go to my bathroom and take a quite hot shower, and then put the knife to my throat and push. That's about it. But to my surprise, um, not only that didn't work, because for some weird reason, um, the further I pushed I'm not gonna be graphic, but the further I tried to push the knife in, the more kind of scared I was to actually die. Which is the very funny, interesting kind of story that you literally beg to die, but when it is actually like one, um, let's say, one push away, you just back down. Could be instinct, could be unfinished business, could be the, let's say, God given glory that is not attained or something, or anything in between. But I remember after that, I was still in contact with my family. My family like called me, and I pretended as if nothing had happened. I was fresh off of um, um, my bathroom break and stuff like that, and we had a kind of a video call. So interestingly enough, when talking to them, my intensity of actually dying was like increasing. I don't know, it was shame, it was like I messed up, and evaluating my own worth in my own eyes as of their perceived like perspective or something. But it was quite odd for me that if I was, let's say, on the call with them and I still had the knife, I would have pushed the final push. And this kind of interested me into analyzing my own behaviors more than even before. That why is the things that I'm doing, and there's some disconnect here with my thoughts, with my behavior, and with my patterns. that uh, there is some kind of mystery here going on, and me as a curious person out the ass, I started. I think it was the morning after that um, yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night. I think it was like I went to bed about like 2 a.m. and I woke up about like 4 a.m. something, and I remembered the I was literally talking to myself, recording the video. I think I have uploaded that on the channel and it's still kind of hidden and private for the day I made it. um, and then I just uploaded the video, and I remembered my friend and his kind of attempts, and how hilarious would be that his clients literally see a very perfect pussy boy that he these days is, and not the actual broken drunk alcoholic what you, fucking menace of humankind that he was. But I wondered, and I said, okay, I'm gonna record this video as then at my lowest, fresh off of kind of attempting on my life, and funny enough, I had presentation for my university the next day, and I got like I think 8 out of 10, and I would have gotten 9, but my this is hilarious. My professor actually told me, "Hey, you didn't look enthusiastic enough as your usual self does, and didn't you enjoy your own presentation or something like that? That's why and she literally said, I expected more from you." And so that's the reason of 1 point deduction. And I didn't care to say, oh, I lost a shit ton of money. I I actually wouldn't be here, and all of that. I was just, yeah, I was tired or something. So, which was still true, but not with details. That's what I call like lying by truth. So that's the funny thing, and the interesting part after that was that I started like my YouTube channels, uh, and it was like before that I was doing YouTube, but this was actually like the first serious attempt at uploading. A year prior to that, I still was uploading a couple of videos here and there, but it was like about like 20 or 30 videos in a year. But in the past year, I've uploaded like across 5 channels, um, about like more than I think 2,000 videos, shorts included and stuff like that. So this is to say that I recently, as I'm just uploading these videos, and these are supposed to be the hidden videos until I make it. I understood that I had ass backwards because there is no pride in saying having a fucking Uno reverse card on, oh, now I made it. Look at my journey and have the perfect blueprint of success and see me at my lowest point. To follow up on my friend's kind of story, that yeah, instead of now seeing the elaborate kind of person and pussy boy kind of attitude, you see the drunk suicidal version as recorded in that time when he didn't know he would make it or not. But I even now realized that's even not that kind of impressive either, because maybe because when you make it, there's a disconnect that you don't feel the growth yourself. You show the growth to others, but you don't have the perfect map of actually like seeing the evolution of yourself, and literally like um, the growth of yourself. So I kind of started saying, okay, fuck that. I'm literally gonna, uh, instead of like hiding behind results, I'm gonna say, hey, I don't have the results yet. I'm him. I'm gonna get the results. I always wanted to get the results. I knew I had the results, and it's just gonna delay. That's it. And on my way up there, I'm just gonna say, okay, these are my insights that are gonna keep growing, my mistakes, my kind of ideas that are gonna kind of shape me into actually getting where I want. So this is not only a self kind of documentation, self journey of documentation, but also it shows the gap when you start the journey itself. Because if there is no growth, there is no journey. And growth only happens when you have a clear destination and you move towards that destination, and you are at point B, you want to reach C, but you're no longer at point A. So that's how I see things. And funny enough, while me recording this video, um, yeah, my family is reaching out to me after months of yeah, fighting and kind of what you call disregarding each other. And to be honest, I never was kind of be proud of me kind of person, because deep down I knew what I wanted, what wouldn't align with the family kind of vision, anyways. So I went my own separate path, and even the kind of pressure of the constant reminder that you won't amount to something, you're this, you're that, and the third. It just I tried like avoiding that for a long time, but now I'm just gonna embrace it, and I'm gonna say, okay, you say this, that's your view. Thank you. I'm just gonna take that and throw it out out the window, and that's it. But of course, it's kind of hurts, because it's like people who are supposed to know you that you don't know you, and then you expect people who don't know you, which is the very fucked up thing. But yeah, just thinking out loud and documenting the journey, see where it goes. Until the next one, bye.